I can't promise what the next album will be yet, but I have started on some ideas.
Okay.
And, I'm starting to be quite excited about it.
So, Eivør, fantastic to have you here in Toronto. When we spoke last time, you said, I'm at an age that I just want to do whatever feels right. So what feels right is coming to Canada in the dead of winter when there's snow everywhere.
Exactly.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. And we're in the heat here in this beautiful room here at the Great Hall in Toronto, and it does feel right.
There you go. There you go. You had a day off yesterday. You were here already in Toronto?
Yeah, we arrived last night. Yes, so we've been here for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well acclimatized now to the cold.
Yes,
but I mean,
we have adjusted.
Okay, fantastic. Yes. Unfortunately, yesterday was a day off here, so I don't know if you noticed that nothing was open.
Well, we came in quite late in the day, and we were all quite tired from traveling. So we were all just hanging out at the hotel. So.
Good. I shared with you that, and even if it's a small title, I will still mispronounce it. But Einklöta, or
yeah, that's good.
Thank you. I shared with you before that I thought that was an amazing, beautiful song.
Thank you.
I know you start the set with that. For somebody who is not, trained in music, that sounds like an extremely difficult song to sing. Is it a very difficult song to sing?
It is challenging. And I remember when we started the tour, because I really wanted the show to start with that song, because it's also the opening song of the album.
Yeah.
And I remember after the first two shows, I kind of regretted it. I was like, oh, damn, that's like hardcore start to a show for a vocalist, because you have to be have to warm up your voice very well before. Yeah. But as with everything, you kind of I like to make sometimes challenging set lists, because when you get into it and you do it night after night, all of a sudden it feels easy and natural, because you have kind of got it under your skin a bit. So I'm pleased with it.
Is it also in a way for you, like, okay, if you get through that song with no problem, then the rest of the show is kind of like you're in the zone?
Like we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah, kind of. And I enjoy the airiness and the kind of open space feeling of the song to start the show like that, because it kind of sets the mood for us, I think, for the show, and kind of starts the journey beautifully for the rest of the set list. So it's nice.
Now, your latest album was for the masses that all of a sudden discovered you while you were well in your career already, with the work that you've been doing with certain games, and then obviously The Last Kingdom as well. You show a lot of different sides of yourself on the latest album. There's dream poppy music there as well. I know a lot of people coming tonight because they discovered you through The Last Kingdom and so on.
Cool.
How have you seen the reactions of people on this tour when they hear all these, the Colourful Buffet, let's say, that is Eivør? Like, what has the reaction been like for people that discover or know you as a very specific kind of musical person?
Oh yeah, I've been extremely, the crowds have been so amazing on this tour, and I can feel that people maybe know some songs in the set list better than other songs in
Right.
the set list, but the crowds, they seem to be quite open-minded, and they're there for the journey, you know. So it's been just a very nice surprise to kind of sense the audience and feel their vibes. It's been great.
Yeah. Now that you use the word vibe,
Yeah.
you've said before to me actually, also in our previous interview, that a vibe is more important in music, to connect with music, than necessarily the lyrics, that we were talking about, which language you would choose to sing in. You must get some really interesting messages from fans, especially on a tour like this in North America, where most people don't speak the languages you speak.
Yeah.
Have you been like surprised when somebody tells you like, "Oh, that song for me means XYZ," and might be something very different than it means to you?
I always feel quite amazed when people tell me what's what my songs mean to them, and because it's always different from person
Yeah.
to person. It's a beautiful experience to hear people's stories
Yeah.
behind songs, because it maybe reminds them of something, or triggers a certain emotion in people, and it's never the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said that that's how I like my music to be. Like I want it to be open for people to dream.
Okay.
And it's just beautiful when you hear all these different versions of people's experiences
Yeah.
from a song. So yeah.
The dreams sometimes go from very soft, warm to what people outside of our metal community might call nightmarish at times. But you've embraced some, some heavier stuff on your album as well now, also from a singing perspective. That kind of went hand in hand with you joining the Season of Mist roster and
Yeah.
being all of a sudden even much more accepted by the metal community. Can we, people like myself, keep our fingers crossed on the next album we see even more of that?
Oh, I can't promise anything, because when I start the process of creating an album, I'm never like, I don't have like a plan really before it's starting to evolve, because it always starts with an idea that's quite abstract, and I take it from there, and it just has to be it has to grow from there. So I can't promise what the next album will be yet, but I have started on some ideas, and
Okay.
I'm starting to be quite excited about it.
Using your voice in so many different ways. I mean, I know that you know how to play a lot of different instruments, but I don't know if you consider your voice your number one instrument or not, but it's a very important one. We were joking that you're here in this god awful cold, dry area. But this tour crisscrosses through a lot of different regions, and this is a big continent, so you also have different weathers. Where you started on the East Coast is very different right now than here.
Exactly.
How difficult for you is that to ensure that all that change from weather and altitude as well doesn't severely impact your vocal performance?
Yeah, I think that's often a challenge when you're on big tours like this, and so you it's just the basic stuff. You try to stay warm, and you try to get enough sleep, and drink some tea, and it's all those basic things, and to kind of be well prepared before each show, so that you are like so you're not like over, you know, straining any muscles and stuff like that. So if all that is okay, then the rest will be okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay.
So yeah, it's about, you know, listening to your body and listening to yourself and trying to just stay balanced as well as you can.
Okay. Maybe companionship is part of that balance, that mental balance. When we last spoke, the European shows were announced of this tour.
Yeah.
I don't believe the American shows or the North American shows were yet announced. And you told me at that point that you'd never met Catherine or Sylvaine before.
Yeah, no, not before.
And
that.
if I know that social media is social media.
Yeah.
And that we can tell a million stories there, but it does seem like you guys connect really well.
Oh,
so how has that been?
It's been one of those beautiful friendships that pop up without you knowing about it before. And it's just, when I met Catherine, we just connected immediately. She's such a wonderful person. And her music is so incredible. And her talent is incredible. Yeah, I'm just really, really grateful to have her with us on this tour. And we're just enjoying our time together on this tour. And it's incredible to how you meet people in your life that become such good friends.
To wrap us up with a different question, maybe a question that comes from a friend of mine that you met in Chicago, interviewed you there, Tauri. She messaged me earlier today,
wonderful.
And she was like, you know what you should ask Eivor about? It's about the fact that she's so well prepared that she has different length nails to play her instrument.
I love talking to her because she's such a music nerd, and I really enjoy talking to her about music, and it's cool. Yeah, I do have. I mean, I have long nails on this hand to play my guitar, and these are like my guitar picks.
Yeah.
So I always have to make sure that these nails are like strong and ready for a show.
Yeah.
And these are my little baby nails. And they, I can't have them long on this hand, obviously, because I have to play the guitar. Press the strings on this side. So this is, and it's always a challenge to explain this to a nail technician. They're like,
I bet,
why?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not pretty. I'm like, I know, but
it's functional.
And the funny thing is that Catherine has the exact same thing.
Right.
So
there you go.
Soulmates.
Peas in a pot.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the show tonight.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you guys braved through the stormy skies here and got here safe and sound.
Through the snow.
We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much for your time.
So good to be here.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.